Hello everyone. It is now diet update time after a cheat day. So let's go ahead and get on it, shall we? Today I weighed 164.2, up 3 pounds from yesterday. Pretty crazy, huh? Then let's move on to the food part of the update, I suppose. So today in the morning, I had 2 over easy eggs, a stir fry that included beef and bacon, onions, green beans, and a little bit of carrots, I believe. Just a little bit, not too much. I know carrots have a little bit of carbs in them. But yeah, and also those little corn thingies. I had like 2 of those. I'm not sure how many carbs are in those. Hopefully not too many. Then, during lunch, I had a protein shake with chocolate protein powder. It was pretty good, but it was a little on the thin side. I wish it was a little more creamy. And my last meal for today was made by my sister. It was a chicken stir fry. So I had plenty of vegetables and spices and chicken, and it was very good, and I really liked it. All right. Any exercise? Well, pretty much just walking, 25-minute walk in the morning, and then walking a lot at work. That's pretty much it. All right, let's go on with the daily update now. So today I woke up at like 10 in the morning after a whole lot of working on a remake to that silly Pizza Nuggets AI generated commercial from 2 years ago. I was having way too much fun with that. But yeah, I got up and I spent some time with my mom and my sister. We were just chatting, spending some good quality family discussing. Afterwards, I remember I needed to, well, not needed. Afterwards, we had breakfast, which was the eggs and the stir fry with the bacon and the beef. And after we ate, my mom and sister spent some time together while I was in my room working more on the AI video generation commercial using Google's VO3. I was able to get quite a bit done. And then eventually my mom wanted to know if I wanted to go on a walk with her, to which I agreed. So I put on my socks and shoes and we went for a little walk. Now, when we were done and when we returned, I needed to get ready for work. So I got dressed and was ready to go. I said goodbye to my mom and my sister, and I drove over to work. Work today was 4 to 8 p.m. And overall, it was a all-right day. I did see one of my former coworkers when I was entering the store, which was pretty surprising. I remember giving them a hug and then saying, "Good to see you. Yeah. How are you? Hope you're doing well." It's pretty cool. Well, as for the schedule today, the first hour was spent doing bags, and I was hit with a surprise Apparently they started yesterday, but I didn't know about it until today. Our store has switched to paper bags exclusively. So, no more plastic. It's paper, and if customers want plastic, then they should bring then they need to bring their own plastic bags. So it's sort of a new thing that just kind of sprung up out of nowhere that I wasn't really prepared for, but there it is. It's gonna take some getting used to, putting it away, but I find that it's easier to bag with the paper bags because they stand up much better than the plastic, which is more malleable. And it feels like because it's more of a square shape, like it's easier to organize what items go in what spots in the bag, so you get an equal distribution of like weight and shape of product. So overall, I would say that the paper bag thing, I like aspects of it, but what I don't like is that there's no handles on the paper bags. That's pretty annoying. If there were handles on the paper bags, then I would say this is pretty doable. This is doable, but because there isn't, it's a little on the annoying side, not gonna lie. But I'm fine with it. Ultimately, I can get used to it. Well, yeah, bagging continued for an hour, and the next hour was spent doing a lot. After lot, I asked one of our CSRs if I could take my 10-minute break. I was allowed to. I did a little breathwork meditation, and after I did that, I returned back down, and I spent my third hour out on lot. Sorry, no, I didn't. I spent my third hour in the front end bagging, and then my final fourth hour out on lot. The third hour actually, a decent portion of it was spent bringing some go backs around the store, so that's what most of the time was spent doing. And lot was pretty good. I was nice and friendly to the customers. I very energized. Tried to be full of positivity and excitement for the day, and I'd say I did a pretty good job with that. Well, I punched out, said goodnight to all my coworkers. I drove home. When I got out, my sister had some dinner prepared, so we had that. And we were reminded that my middle sister recommended a movie called Sinners for us to watch. So we watched Sinners. My overall thoughts are, this is interesting. This is a unique story that I've never seen before. I find the whole historical angle behind it to be very fun and interesting, but then it starts going into more fantastical territory with the vampires, and because it does, it I don't know, it started to lose its grip on me a bit, because like I was kind of invested in the historical validity of it, but then when it threw in the whole but we're actually vampires kind of thing, it negated its effect, and it kind of just became a silly action movie by the end. And it tried to have like a message about like like family ties and brotherhood and fighting against hate. But all of those things were very, I don't know, they felt like they were just kind of put in there as like a little sly social commentary, but didn't feel truly integrated into the story in a way that made me feel like it had a big impact. And overall, I just didn't really get much feeling out of the movie. I mean, like when I watch a movie, I want to feel things. I want to feel like emotionally and mentally engaged in what is going on in the story. And in this movie, I just was like mostly just kind of passively watching it the whole time. Like I watched it the whole time. I didn't have my phone with me or anything, as I do with any movie I watch, or at least most movies I watch. But this one, even though I had my full undivided attention, I don't know. It just didn't really grab me that much, if I'm being honest. Well, that's pretty much what I thought about Sinners. After the movie, I pretty much spent the rest of the night like watching different like stuff on my phone, from like Sora 2 video generations of like people making joke videos of like cartoon characters getting stuck, like held back by traffic law and being asked to see their identification and then booking it. Um, yeah, and then I like just was like, wow, this is crazy. There was like a guy who said on YouTube who said that the Sora 2 video generator was now like available through like an API, through like a AI service. I forget what it was called. I tried to see if it was available, but you need to spend like a decent amount of money to get access to it. And overall, I just wanted to try the basic tier, but that didn't give you access, and I didn't know it didn't give you access until after I got it. And I really wish I did my research. I immediately unsubscribed, but now I'm like out $10, and like I feel like I need to start using that video generator to, like, I think it's called Higgsfield, to get something out of it. But yeah, it kind of feels I have that buyer's remorse. Like, ooh, that $10, now it's gone for Higgsfield for a generator that I wasn't even given access to. That sucks. There you go. And after that, yeah, I took my vitamins. I was listening to a podcast through Simi and Jimmy about one of his buddies named Harty who lost his job. And after that, I brushed my teeth and recorded this video, and that's pretty much the day. I'm gonna go to bed now. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.